Oh, well, hello, my wonderful brothers of the Maverick Nation. And, it is time for some more What If Free. You know, part, I believe it's part 6 of What If Izuku Midoriya was the reincarnation of Ulquiorra Cipher. Part 6 of that. Last time we left off, it was during the whole camping thing. And basically, Izuku had just accidentally opened a freaking Garganta and basically let out a bunch of Minnows freaking Grande. A really bad thing is, he doesn't know how to close the Garganta. So, yeah. Several Minnows have just been let into the world of the living. Minnows Grande. And so, yeah, that's a problem. And so as Bakugo and, Izuku, Kachan and Izuku are trying to get over there, trying to, do something to save the students, Izuku gets the bright idea. Wait, I forgot. Did I just forget I had Sonido? And he just grabs onto Kachan's arm and he's just like, you better hold on. Just like, whoosh, and just Sonido's all the way over there. And Kachan's just like, never do that again. And Izuku's just like, I have no idea how to do like how to help with any of this. Like, what am I supposed to do? I have like zero experience handling like shit like this. So he's basically just like, the only way he really knows how to handle this is by giving into temptation. And over the time, like before, like Izuku had opened the Garganta, they had been doing some training, and last the last number he can remember Ulquiorra saying like they had improved is 12 seconds. Went from 8 seconds to 12 seconds. Basically, Izuku's like, well, 12 seconds is better than nothing. It's better than nothing. And he's just like, Murcielago, please. And Ulquiorra's just like, sure, fine, whatever. And then he's just like, and he just goes full mask, and Ulquiorra's like, what the shit? I didn't know you were gonna do that. You did say that the time had increased. And then he just darts like straight towards the minnows. And Izuku's like, what the hell? Kachan is like, what the hell are you doing? And he just like shings his sword, and like a Cero Blast that was getting like sent towards him, like it's like batted away and like sent into like 5 different Minnows Grande, and they all like simultaneously explode. And Kachan is just like, holy shit. And then all of a sudden, he just starts shing, 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 and just like masterclassing these Minnows Grande. And he's just like, freaking, he's just like, okay, now watch this. Lanza del la Luna. And he just like, shoom, and it's like all the way, like, boom. And like a bunch of Minnows Grande just gets destroyed. And it's like, damn it, I only have 5 seconds left. And you're just like, okay, Getsuga, Tensho! And just basically a black Getsuga Tensho, and just like, boom! All the Minnows are dead. But he's like, wait, if the Minnows are dead, then why do I still feel a presence? And Ulquiorra's like, yeah, that's right. Wait, we only have 3 seconds left. And he's just like, oh shit. We only have 3 seconds left? Crap. 3, 2, 1. And the mask breaks. And Izuku's like, crap, I'm in the middle of the freaking sky! And Ulquiorra's like, wings, boop. And he just has wings, like, to brace the fall. And just like, thanks for that, buddy. And just gives him a thumbs up. And, Ulquiorra's just like, no problem, bud. Just thumbs up. Like, they are on so much better terms like they with each other than they were before. They are on so much better terms. And Todoroki is just like, Izuku. And he's like, well, at least somebody was looking for me. And, Kacchan's just like, why are you making me follow you, freaking Shoto? And Shoto is just like, because you are the one who came back with them, so you are going to help me find him. And, like, Izuku is just kind of laughing to himself, and so is Ulquiorra. Like, thanks, Shoto. Thanks for making him suffer. Basically, it gets down to that, but then, all of a sudden they hear something. They just hear, Seto. And then all of a sudden, like a freaking, like it's smaller than the other rays of light, like the other Ceros, but it's like more, like, potent. It's smaller, but it's also more potent somehow. It's just like a red ray of light, and it's like coming right at them. And he's just like, Ulquiorra, holy shit, what do I do? And Ulquiorra's like, well, and then he just like, trust me with this. Okay. He just summons back Murcielago, and he's like, shoot, Segundo Etapa. Boom! All the way over there. And just like freaking nails the land. He just like saves them by like the freaking hair, like skin of your teeth or some shit. Like like freaking barely saves them. Like basically like a freaking match catcher or whatever you call it. Like very, very close to dead. If he had been any slower, they would have been like freaking destroyed. And you just basically hear, Ulquiorra, you always have to ruin the fun. And you just like, Ulquiorra? Who the hell is that? And Ulquiorra only has one word to say. Grimjow. And he's just like, oh, so you still remember me. And he's just like, shing. Pantera remembers you too. And then he's just like, wait, that guy? He's dressed like you, but different. And he doesn't have the same skin tone. And Ulquiorra would just be like, focus! He's the number 6 Espada. And, Izuku would be like, number 6. Well then, seeing as I don't exactly have the best mastery of all of your powers, I probably should stay focused. And he's just like, Grimjow's just like, ugh, like, like, freaking Izuku is just like, ugh, something about this doesn't seem right. Is his power the reason why I was acting strange? And Ulquiorra just like, possibly. Grimjow's his aspect of death. Destruction. And Izuku's like, his aspect of death is destruction? Well then, no wonder I was acting strange. Wait. Was he there where those Minotaurs too? Did I let him in here? And Ulquiorra's like, probably. It was probably near them. And whenever the hole opened, he took the best chance that he got. And Grimjow was just like, so both of you are pretty smart. Don't think I can't hear you in there, Ulquiorra. I can sense your spiritual pressure. You've been helping this kid a lot. He's grown stronger, and you have too. let's see how you can handle this. Shing! He's like, let's see how you can handle the true king. And he just like has his hand, and his hand is on Pantera, and Ulquiorra's like, shit. Like, Ulquiorra is literally like, oh, shit. And, like, Izuku was like, why? What's about to... And then Ulquiorra's like, get Shoto and Kachan out of here! Get everyone out of here! And Izuku was like, okay. And I was like, boom! Boom! Like, he freaking uses the... I think Nagashionn is how, like, they teleported them. Like a Nagashionn. I think that... Like, he sort of uses, like, something like that. He basically does that. And then he uses it to get back. And he's just like, okay, are they good now? And then he's just like, his hand is like on the sword, like Grimmjow's hand is on the sword. And he's like, grind, Pantera. And then basically he transforms. And he's like, Ulquiorra's like, I suspected he would do something like that. It's his resurrection, Pantera. Wait, Pantera, that's Panther. And isn't Murcielago Bat? Man, you guys have like the weirdest freaking names for your special powers. Wait, holy shit! And then he just gets rammed by Grimmjow. Grimmjow's like, so how do you like that? Ulquiorra, you think you can just hide in some kid and think I wouldn't be able to find you? It took you long enough to come back. Huh. Though I do wonder how you were able to survive a Vastalore Cero to the head if the brain can't be brought back by your regeneration. And then like, Izuku is just like, wait, that's right, you said that's how you died the first time. He's just like basically, Izuku is just like, so that's how you died the first time whenever you were a hollow? A Sarah to the head? And Ulquiorra's like, that's not important now. What's important is we take this as seriously as possible. Grimmjow is no fool. He may seem like a hothead, and well, he is, but he's still incredibly strong. Especially in his resurrection. And, well, I haven't exactly had you privy to all of my powers. And he's like, yeah, there's still like a problem with that. Why? Why have you not had me privy to all of your powers yet? Do you really not think that all that well of me? I mean, come on. What's me crashing if it means, we get to stay alive? And, Ulquiorra is just like, so what are you inferring, Izuku? And basically Izuku's like, well, I could always just visualize it. And, like, he's just like, what do you mean visualize it? Well, for example, hey, Grimmjow. And Grimmjow's just like, huh, kid? Ulquiorra, why are you having this kid talk for you? And basically he's like, I'm not a kid. And technically, I'm kind of the one in cruise control here. Ulquiorra's powers are now my powers, so now you have to contend with me. And, Grimmjow was just like, screw you too, kid. If you really think you're that tough, then by all means, come at me. Come at me, bro. And then he's just like, Izuku's just like, well, there was that time I heard about that one thing. Though, we're gonna have to do it, like, very far away from here. I don't want to get hurt, you don't want to get hurt, and I don't want to hurt any of the students. They're all on the bus now. So, Sonido, boom! And, like, the Grimjow is just like, where the hell are you hiding? And then he's just like, boom! And he's, like, right there, and he's just like, well, he didn't Sonido too close to us. And Ulquiorra's like, what the hell are you doing? What the hell is all of this? No, you wouldn't. And, Izuku's kind of like, I kind of have to. We kind of have to, buddy. And he's basically just like, Lanzadel Relimpago. Like, he's just like, Lanzadel Relimpago. And now he just has it in his hand, and he's just like, Grimjow's just like, what the shit? And he's just like, well, here goes nothing. And, like, the freaking, it just, like, gets shot out. And Ulquiorra's like, you idiot, that's my strongest attack. And Izuku's just like, wrong, our strongest attack. And Grimjow was just like, you really think I'm gonna let that hit me? Take this. And he just, like, goes to, like, use that whole thing where he, like, and then he just throws his, like, and, like, the thing that, like, exploded whenever he took it out of his elbow. And, like, the Lanza del Rompago cuts straight through it, and the explosion doesn't even do anything. It's just like, well, boom! Just, like, collides with Grimjow, and he just gets, like, boosh! And, like, a freaking nuclear explosion just went off. Like, boom! And basically, Grimjow was just like, you son of a... That hurt a lot. Well, I guess now I'll show you. You'll get to see my strongest attack. Descadon. And he's just like, wait, what the hell did he say? Desca what? And Ulquiorra's like, Descadon, we have to get out of the way. Look, shoot, like Sonido. And he's just like, that's not gonna happen. And he just shoots Descaron at the freaking school bus. And he's just like, ah, crap, if that hits the school bus, they're all going to die. And he just, like, gets right in front of it. And he's just like, okay, what the hell do we do now? It's coming straight at us. And Ulquiorra's just like, well, you have any bright ideas? I asked you for bright ideas, asshole. So just like, what do we do? And then all of a sudden, it's just like, Grimjow's like, you don't do a damn thing. Descadon! And it just cuts straight through him. Just like, ugh. Is this really the end? And he just hits the floor. And, like, everyone in the freaking school bus and, like, freaking Kachan and Shoto were just like, no! And Grimjow is just like, is that really all you got? Is that really all you had? And you said you were the new Ulquiorra. You said you had his powers. Ulquiorra would never fall that easily. Well, I guess that's me done and over with. Now. Wait, what's this? And then all of a sudden, it's just like, Izuku is just, like, in, like, this black void. Kind of how what it was like for, like, Ulquiorra whenever he was, like, first waking up, like, in Vastolor. Like, he was, like, in, like, a black void. And, like, Izuku starts to realize his senses, like, most of his senses, if not all of them, except for his sight, are all gone. And he's just like, what He can't even hear himself talk. He's just like, what? What is this? I can't even hear myself speak. All I can do is see. What is this? And then it's just like, all of a sudden, it's just like, just hear the words, this can't be the end. I won't let it be the end. I will become a hero. I will protect all of you. And it's just like, and then you like just like a big explosion. It's just like, and there's like a big geyser of black and green, and it's just like even bigger than before, and like shoots through the clouds, and like kind of like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's like father son Kamehameha like shoots through the freaking stratosphere, like punches a hole through it. That's how much Rayatsu has been given off, and it's just like, I will protect everyone, and just like, I will protect everyone. And Grimjow's just like, what the hell? And then it's just like freaking Vasto Lorde Izuku. It's just like Ulquiorra whenever he was a Vasto Lorde. Only like the hands are black, the feet are black, and he kind of has like a teethy grin thing, like kind of like with Ichigo's Hollow Mask. And it's just like, that's the only sound that they can really hear coming from, is like, and then it just like zooms straight towards like freaking Grimjow. And it's just like smack. And like Grimjow's like, what the hell? And then the like it sort of grows horns out of the head, like two horns, like the horns that Ichigo had whenever he went Vasto Lorde. And then it forms like a Vasto Lorde Sarah with the horns, but then it also forms like a Sarah with the mouth. It's like a double Sarah, like boom, freaking double rainbow Sarah. It's like boosh, and Grimjaw's just like, oh, screw you too, and then he's just like, and like, and it's like, Grande Sarah, and like boom, like the two Sarahs collide, and it's like, boosh, and like Grimjow just like, what's this feeling? No, am I being, am I being disintegrated? No, I, no, and he just gets disintegrated by the freaking double Sero and his Grand Race Sero both being pushed against him. And just like, boosh! Straight through the stratosphere. And then it's just, all that's left really is just like a bunch of rubble and like Vasto Lorde Izuku. And basically, like everything just like cracks. And then like it's Izuku again. And basically Izuku's himself. And basically, like, Izuku was just like, what happened? And then basically, he sees someone, like, lying next to him, and Izuku was just like, what? What's going on? And then he sees, like, the person lying next to him, like, disappear, like, disperse. And then he's, like, dispersed. He's like, what the? And then all of a sudden, boom! Like pop! And then, like, Shoto and Kachan and like everyone in the school bus, like where Izuku was, there's now this person, and then they're like kind of like dressed up like similarly to the person like Grimjow, and then basically this person is like telling them like, what? My head, Izuku, where are you? Wait, you're Shoto? How am I? And Kacchan's just like, who the hell are you? And Shoto just like, uh, back off, Kacchan, I got this. And like, he's back off, Bakugo, I got this. You're Ulquiorra, right? Ulquiorra Cipher? And like, just like, I think. And like Shoto just like picks up a shard of glass from like all like the battling they were doing. Like there's like a shard of glass, and he's just like, how about this? And then he's just like, I'm myself again. Then where is Izuku? And basically, like everyone's just like, what the hell? I was like, so you were the person inside of Izuku the whole time? And then like Ulquiorra just realizes he's on the outside now, and he's just like, where's Izuku? And basically, he hears something. He's just like, Ulquiorra, Ulquiorra, I'm okay. It seems that whenever I, mm, 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 basically, after like Ulquiorra did the whole thing, basically they kind of switched places after the whole Vastolores thing was done with. It kind of caused them to switch places. So now, uh, Izuku is in the position of Inner World, and Ulquiorra is now in the position of like like uh the physical-ish world, I guess you could call it that. And he's just like, my head. Uh, I uh, I know this isn't a dream, but uh, and basically Todoroki is just like, you know, you know, Shoto. He's just like, seeing as they're all friends. They're just like he's just like, come on, buddy. I'm sure we'll be able to find out half-ass way to get out of this. And basically, so yeah, that's all done and over with. But like, now we have Ulquiorra and Izuku. They kind of like switched roles after the whole Vasta Lorde thing happened. Some sort of weird mutation, and that is not like a thing for like in like a mutation quirks, whatever the shit. Basically, something happened and it like caused them to like switch places. They really don't know what it was that happened, like during the thing, but they really don't know. And like like a just like a behind like a tree or so, there's just like someone and they're just like, so you were able to defeat Grimjow at the cost. I see. Well, Ulquiorra, I don't know how exactly you're supposed to get used to life here, but apparently I'm going to have to get used to it. Whenever their Ceros collided with each other, they had enough power to the other. So, looks like we're both stuck. You and me. Ulquiorra Cipher, Espada Numero Cuatro, and Tia Halabel. Espada Numero... basically, just like Espada Numero Tres, Tia Halabel. So yeah, Bam!